So this morning we got here with our sets of travertine again, and a bit of good news again. Our plumber Denny is here, who's a little camera shy, doesn't want to be on camera.
And that's his son.
But his son's working away, and so far I'm going to show you what he's done down the other end, but this is really interesting. So they want to test the tube I put in to make sure I've not, I was going to say a naughty word then, but make sure I've not ruined the tube at any place, and also make sure that their connection down there is good. So he's put this little pump on the end, and basically it tests the that there's no leaks.
Yeah.
Let's go have a look down here. So this is where Denny wants to check, make sure that this connector's good, because it's such a big connector. You know, it's quite easy for something to be wrong there, and of course there's gas, you know. So he's got that connector to check, he's got this valve here to check, and all of his soldering. But you can see it's quite a big gas pipe coming in. And that's why we had to have such a big PVC pipe, because it's such a long run. It means that if you have a small pipe, you can get frost build-up, but if you've got a nice big pipe, you don't get frost build-up. So he's going to test it now, and let's make sure everything's good, and then I can get a tank on there and get all this finished off then. Get the grill in the front here and get it all finished off. Same over there, we're going to put a tank in over there probably. You don't have to, but I think I'm going to put one anyway.
Sounds good.
Just so we can always access the connector in case.
Yeah.
Seems silly not to. He said, oh, you don't have to, but may as well.
Ed felt sorry for Cyril and myself, so he came to give us a hand.
I'm more like I need to get going with the van, so come on.
We're too slow. Well, I'm too slow. Well, we've emptied it.
Yeah.
You were busy helping Denny, but also you're trying to finish off the tiling in the garage. And then it's hard work. I mean, who needs a workout when you have building work to do?
Yeah, I know. Lifting that last bit down was the hardest for me.
I know. That big slab was very heavy.
The purple slab.
Merci mon petit. We have a mission. And that mission is to get rid of the scrap metal over there, because Ed's gonna go and take it to the scrap merchant. So yeah, we're tidying up as much as we can. So before I was worried we would be too cold. Well, this morning when Ed said come over and this, I said okay, yeah, I'm coming over. But now I understand why, well, these guys, they don't get dressed that much, because by the time that they move so much, well, you're definitely not cold, you're just too hot. Now I'm gonna have to take a layer off. All this work has definitely made me too hot.
Just realised These here are for stopping fires underneath. Well, they were for the diesel burners they had in there. Don't ask me why they had diesel burners. But Denny needs one for the boiler, and that's going on the floor, you see, which is why he's pushing me to do all that parquet. So I'm going to see if any of these are any good for him. Could save us having to buy some.
So we definitely found something useful in that junk pile, because that means we can reuse it again and we don't have to go and buy something else. So yeah, the van is almost. It's getting fuller, and Ed's gonna go and empty it and get some more materials and things, and that's it. We have Denny and his son there working their magic in the corner. Ed and Cyril are finishing off unloading the rest of the things that need to go in the van because they were too heavy for me. But I'm gonna try and do something to help them both so they have less to do. So Denny and his son have done all the testing needed, all sorted. It's all good. Now we're just waiting for the connection from Gas de France.
I've just got back now, and Anna and Cyril are nowhere to be seen. Anna?
Yes, Ed? We're having a lunch break.
What's going on?
Well, the laundry was closed, and Cyril went, he said he was going for bread, and then we only found like crackers, so I'm having crackers and hummus, and he's having crackers and, cheese.
Whilst the cat's away, the mice will play, eh?
It's lunchtime, we've been working very hard.
Okay.
I'm closing the door so you can hear less the noise. Eddie's cutting the tiles, he's finishing off. I wanted to start down the cave. Right. Okay.
Right.
It's time.
So, here we go. This is how you do joints, Anna. So we're just going to pour some of that on. Now, any of these big holes you need to fill. Any of the small holes, it doesn't matter. Yeah?
Okay.
So all we're going to do is just push it over everywhere. Keep it at about 45 degrees. Yeah?
Okay.
And as easy as that, Anna. Well, the cleaning off afterwards isn't quite as easy, but you need to leave it nice and clean after. Cyril!
Well, now you're almost finished with the garage.
Okay?
Yeah.
Does that look nice and easy?
It looks easy, but I don't think it's as easy as it looks.
So the cleaner you leave it now, the less work there is later. So that's the
Okay.
important bit. That's what I meant about being meticulous.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I am meticulous. Just
Right, your turn. Stop,
Okay.
stop gabbling, get on with it.
Okay. Got my glove. Well, got my gloves. Okay then. Let's do some spreading.
You're not going to need much down there, okay? I'm just telling you.
Just a bit. Okay. That's not enough. I know. It's.
Well, it's better to be less than.
I know. I could have put more, but I prefer to put less and get it right than put more than make mistakes.
Okay. So I think you're doing all right there.
Okay, I think it's gonna be the longest job. But at least both kids are in crash and school later on today, so hopefully I can help a bit more today.
If you're lucky, you'll have it done in an hour.
If I'm lucky, I'll have it done in 10 hours, and I'm being kind.
No, it's a quick job, this, Anna.
You're joking. You know it's gonna bug me if I don't feel all the cracks. Let's see.
What are you doing pouring it there?
But I can see lots of little cracks.
No,
I know they
you
don't
won't.
matter, but they're gonna bug me. I can't.
Yeah,
you
no,
don't understand.
Oh,
I'll
God.
fixate on them. This is the problem.
This is the problem with letting you do something like this.
Why? It's gonna take me forever.
Well, you're just going to go overboard on it.
I know.
I should have paid for the extra couple of euros a metre.
I didn't know it. Had I known it was a couple of euros more, I would have said go for the ones with
I'm
no
joking, it's not a couple of euros more, it's 5-10 euros a metre more. I'm not
Okay,
paying
fair enough.
that. I much prefer to watch you struggle for 5-10 euros a metre.
Oh, you cheeky thing.
Right, Anna, I'm going to have to get off, so...
You leave me to it.
Yeah, you don't forget, you've only got like an hour or two now, and then we have to nip to the dentist.
Oh yes, I don't even have a full. Well, this is gonna take. Well, hopefully tomorrow. Today.
Well, no, we're coming back after.
Oh no!
Not when you get out of it by going to the dentist.
I was trying.
Actually, you know what? The other side of the camera is quite nice. I'm quite enjoying this.
Well, so what? You're gonna film me now, and I'm gonna do all the work? No, no. Then you should do the editing as well. And I'll do the live chat.
There we
and
go,
You can
I'm
struggle
on.
with the kids.
I'll leave it on an angle, I'm on.
No, leave it on the time lapse. I don't want to bore people. We'll be struggling with one little hole until it's perfect. Work.
Yeah,
I'm not joking.
Anna,
Yes?
I forgot the most important piece.
Oh,
That way you can kneel instead of crouching.
it's very kind of you.
You know why it's hard work?
Why?
Because you're trying to get every single little hole filled.
Well, the problem is, I'm gonna fixate on the little holes after, so it's not really a job for me. I'll do it anyway.
Halfway for is after you need to scrape. Yeah? Get rid of any excess. Look at all the excess.
Okay, because I'm not finished with filling all the holes.
Okay. Well, there you go. That's better. You can kneel now.
That's very nice of you.
It is. Correct. Protection for your knees.
Thank you, Ed. You're so kind with me. Actually, it is comfy.
No sleeping on the job.
I'm definitely not sleeping on the job. I'm trying to get the job right. Have a little.
Oh no, you never asked how much I got at Dickles for that
What?
metal.
Well, I didn't because I just thought you went for nothing.
It wasn't just to clean the build up. It's because Valentine's Day is coming up and I want to take you out for a meal.
What a gentleman.
Well, I got 98 euros and 10 cents. So
That is really good.
you can go wherever you want with that. I'm sure, well, maybe not wherever, but you know, within reason. You
That
can
is-
choose where we go for something to eat.
That is really sweet of you. What a romantic. So I've just arrived in Renovation. Cyril and Ed have been here since this morning. I only came this late morning because I had things to do at the chateau and look after the little ones. But I can't wait to see what they've been doing because I can hear a little bit of noise, but I want to see how much they've advanced inside. But also at the same time, I want to give them a hand so things can get going faster and we can finish faster because the weather is a hit and miss. So the most we can do inside whilst the weather isn't good, the better it is because it means it's 3 of us. Ed and Cyril are continuing with the Parquet. I'll go and give them a hand, but the rain isn't stopping, so not much can go on outside. at it, and Cyril has been helping, but now he's gone next door to finish off. How you doing? You're bad. Well, you have.
Ambidextrous.
Are you?
Watch the
Time lapse.
every time it's in this corner, I have to go. It's not very easy. And then afterwards, it's fine.
It's looking beautiful.
I'll look over there. Can you see any problems?
No, just a bit of dirt, but that's normal.
Yeah.
You're hitting that hard. What are you thinking of?
A bit like you with the red wine. It's hard.
Well, I haven't, because I've been on my own. I'm not gonna drink on my own. Tomorrow, first. It's the first.
I think I just need to let off a bit of steam tomorrow, don't
You're gonna be hitting with that hammer again.
I? Yeah. Well, I was going to say, yeah, I'm going to have to get on now. I know that we're having a lovely chat, but...
I know. So I will help with the plaster and the joints, because I think I could be good at it.
It's not soon. It's coming up. We'll just keep going on little jobs here and there for the time being.
And?
Yes?
Well, I just wanted to... There's been a few questions about that machine.
Yeah. So this is a great machine.
We're
I'm a fan of it. I've had it for years. It's called Portanail. Portanailer. It's a great American product.
Proudly made in the USA. Yeah.
And yeah, I think I've done over 1,000 meters squared of parquet with it. Of course, that's nothing for a company that does parquet, but for me, it's quite a lot. Yeah, and it's such a great machine. It really, all you have to do is kind of line it up there, and it puts the nail right in on the angle, so just above the tongue there. So yeah, and there was a few questions about, well, comments about me, how I was hitting the parquet and how it's going to wreck it, and I should be using something like this. Now, I do use little bits like this, but it's very rare. The majority of the time I just whack the wood. Well, that's to the kind of untrained eye, but in fact I'm hitting it at a certain angle, and I'm not breaking anything, but if you look, the surface is all perfect. There's no hammer marks on the surface. Any marks on the surface are just marks from when they made the wood. So there are kind of like little chips in here and there, but it's more in the middle of the parquet rather than on the edge. But when I hit with this, I'm not hitting any old place and like hitting the top here. I'm hitting on an angle, and every time hitting the, I don't know if you can see it from that angle, but hitting the tongue. This hammer is really important piece of the kit that comes with the nail gun. Basically, it's got a lot of weight behind it for hitting the nails in, but then it's got this rubber bung on one end, so when I hit the parquet, it doesn't split it all, because I'm hitting it at kind of the right strength, if that makes sense. Just because I've been doing it so long, I've got my eye in on it, so I know how to hit it without breaking the tongue, and also the angle to hit it, so I don't touch the top.
I know, but you're doing quite well, because it's not easy. I know it's easier for someone that knows what he's doing, like you.
It's one of those jobs you think, oh yeah, it's dead easy.
No.
But if you look, for example, here we've had to plane a bit of the wood off there, because we realised, you just quickly whip over with the 4 metre level and just make sure that they're all in line, even though they're all meant to be the same size, but that can kind of catch you out. Loads of little things that can catch you out.
Yeah.
You start getting like cracks. I don't know what I showed you, but you get like cracks coming in. So here it could have gone really bad. But generally when you get a kind of crack coming in like that, you take a bigger piece of wood and take it across 2 of these beams, really get it well tacked onto one beam, and then bang, it's the nail that does the work. It's the nail that kind of pushes the board right back into place, because it's a herringbone nail. Is that right? Herringbone nail?
So
yeah, that machine is really important, otherwise we wouldn't get the finish that we've got.
No. So it's not too bad because, like Cyril, well, Cyril is definitely a good assistant, but I've been trying to help you, but it's hard work. I think
it's just if I can get the boards laid out ready for me, it makes it so much easier.
Yeah.
So that I don't have any joints lying up.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like I say, sometimes I have to just change things a little bit if I get a crack working in, which you can get.
Yeah.
It's fine. And then I just pull it back with a big piece of wood.
Not bad.
Or a big piece of parquet.
Not bad at all. No, but it's impressive, and it's nice to. I mean, I'm gonna say not halfway. You are.
Between a quarter and a third, something like that.
I'd say a third. Oh yeah, because is it
this
slightly larger after?
Yeah, it's a bit larger over there, and then we've got the other room to do.
Yeah, but I think it's like once you're in the thingy of it, like
yeah, I think you can probably get a couple of meters an hour lengthways, you know.
Yeah.
So we've got 1, 2, half day, half day's work to get that finished off.
With a good assistant that brings you the planks, and another assistant that cleans after or before.
And then, probably a day and a half, and I'll have it all rattled off then.
Yeah.
With the garage being nearly finished, it means we can empty anything that's in there into the garage that we're going to keep on site.
Mm-hmm.
You can go through everything in the kitchen, take a load of stuff back that we don't need, mainly machines.
Yeah.
And then we can tile the kitchen, ready for you to do a bit of tape and joint.
Thank you, Ed. Thank you. Well, I'm gonna love you and leave you because it's that time where I have just about enough time to go and pick up the little ones and...
Yeah. Oh, what are you doing for dinner? You gonna do me some lasagna?
Yes, I will. All this hard work.
A nice hearty fill of lasagna at the end of the day.
And I'll even do a little side one for Cyril so he can have his own.
Yeah. And maybe a salad?
Yeah, a green salad.
What about some cookies for dessert?
I knew you were going to say cookies. Well, this time everyone was telling me, because I had the cookie disaster, that I shouldn't melt the butter. I need to leave it at room temperature. So I have,
Yeah, but the main problem was you used farine fluid.
Yes, I did use the wrong...
farine fluid. So what do you think is going to happen with the farine? If it's fluid, it's going to go, which is the flour, it's just going to go...
Well, may I remind you that everyone ate the cookies?
Yeah, they tasted good. It was just one big cookie.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's the quality of the cookies.
Yeah, and the quantity. So lots of cookies.
Yeah, don't worry. The quantity I always make more than I need. Okay then. See you later. Leaving you to it. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Take to the tip and to get rid of things we don't need, and like the little pieces of wood that we can cut, we'll use them for heating, but at least it clears out the place. And now the sun is out.